Hello and welcome. Chris Evans with you from the High School Huddle. Hope you're enjoying the last few days of the month of October as week 9 of the high school football season is right around the corner as we get set for some great 5A matchups. We'll talk about 5A week 9 matchups. We'll also take a look at the brand new top 10 rankings in Class 5A football. And we'll also look at some scores from around 5A this past week, which was crazy with weather. We had games on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's kind of the cool thing to see high school football for 3 days. But there was a lot of delays and games moved all the way around. So it was a unique week in high school football. But here are the scores in Class 5A back in Week 8. McGinnis over Southeast 45-7. Midwest City gets their first victory of the season over Classen SAS 27-6 as they continue to build that program over in Midwest City. Claremore shuts out Memorial 58-0. Coweta ends Durant's 3-game winning streak 23-7. Coweta remains undefeated in 5A3 football. El Reno over John Marshall 66-8. Carl Albert no issues with Lawton 49-0. McAllister, a couple of pick sixes, takes down Booker T. Washington 29-15. Got to be honest with you, watched a good part of that game and wasn't even really felt that close as McAllister wins by 2 scores. Newcastle over MacArthur 41-32. MacArthur had their top 2 players come out. One did return as Newcastle looks impressive. Bradford runs the ball extremely well for the Racers. And now Newcastle looking at possibly back-to-back district championships in 5A1. Bishop McGinnis will have a little bit something to say about that. It was Tulsa Hill over Rogers, 26-9. Pryor Tigers take down Collinsville convincingly, 49-14. And we always talk about Braden Ward, and we'll do that here in a second, and that Pryor offense. But what about the Pryor defense showing up big time in that victory? Braden Ward, though, the senior quarterback, 15 of 20, 212 yards and 5 touchdowns in that 35-point victory over Collinsville. Bishop Kelly over East Central 42-6. Shawnee shuts out Edison Prep 38-0. Del City over Tahlequah 42-14. Del City Pryor week 10. We're getting closer to it. Noble shuts out Western Heights 46-0. And a game played on Friday. It was the Guthrie Blue Jays in overtime, taking down the Altos Bulldogs 41-35 in a mud pit of a Gelsma Stadium grass turf. After the heavy rains, both teams tore that field up. Altus, very impressed with the freshman quarterback, Jamin Reed. Been telling you about him all season long, and he is the real deal. He was not only able to throw the ball, not only able to run the ball, but also caught the ball well, caught for a touchdown. So he's just a great overall athlete. Came up as a wide receiver, now a quarterback, and now the Altus Bulldogs will have one more game, tough game, I think, with the Carl Albert Titans to decide who gets that 1-2-3 spot with Guthrie, Carl Albert, and Altus. But Guthrie, when they needed a big touchdown, big drive, Guthrie got the football with about 3 minutes to go, and they go all the way down and score about a 53-yard drive. Huge pass, Dalen Rice to Maddox Vaughn to the 1. Rice scores to tie it up. Extra point barely gets over. Guthrie on the first play in overtime, little option, and they score on the first play. They go up 6. They go for 2, do not get it. Altus gets the football. They throw the football 4 different times, and all 4 passes are incomplete as Guthrie now has won 7 in a row after dropping their first game to the Tuttle Tigers. So Guthrie and Altus, both teams are 7-1. Overall, Guthrie 5-0 in district play. Altus now 4-1 as Carl Albert also undefeated in district play overall as well. But it's Guthrie, Carl Albert. More on that here in just a little bit. So those are the games that were played in week number 8. Let's take a look at the 5A football rankings. And there they are. Carl Albert, the state's longest winning streak, continues at number 1. Del City, we await them win Pryor next week. Can't get too far ahead. Number 3, Pryor. And those teams, 1, 2, 3, have been there all season long right here in this top 10 for sure. Guthrie, I linked Guthrie over Bishop McGinnis a couple of weeks ago. I keep them at number 4. McGinnis at number 5. We'll see all about Bishop McGinnis here in the next couple of weeks. Coweta, very good ball club, undefeated at number 6. Newcastle, number 7. Lawton MacArthur at number 8. Keep Collinsville in there. I think Pryor's really good. And Collinsville's a good team as well. There were some other options going back and forth on that. I kept Altus number 10 as well. I'm highly impressed with Altus. Their first true road test, physical test, and they passed it. They didn't win the football game, but they passed every test except for the scoreboard on Saturday afternoon. So I keep Collinsville and Altus in the top 10 despite those losses. I really think they're good teams that just lost to good teams. So, usually not punish might not be the right word, but you usually drop them. But I like Collinsville and like Altus. I'm keeping it in my top 10. We'll see how your top 10 looks. Okay, let's take a look at some of the Week 9 football games in Class 5A football. Southeast at MacArthur. Newcastle at Bishop McGinnis. A Newcastle victory goes a long way in a district championship. As we take a look at Newcastle here real quick. Newcastle will have Southeast. So next in Week 10. So if Newcastle wins, they are going to be the district champions for the second year in a row. Bishop McGinnis trying to fight that off. Claremore is at Dell City. Claremore's in the playoffs. They're probably going to be the number 4 team. Dell City will it be the number 1 or the number 2 team? We'll find out next week for sure. Of course, if you're Dell City, you got to take care of business this week to really set up that prior game. Game of the week, probably, for sure in Class 5A football. We'll see what it is on the High School Huddle's games of the week. Guthrie visits Carl Albert, number 1 versus number 4. It's always a big-time game when these two teams meet. And we're going to talk about that game and a lot on the High School Huddle, so be sure to join us for that. Bishop Kelly at Shawnee in 5A3 football. Booker T. Washington at Coweta, also 5A3 football. El Reno is at Noble. That is a huge game in 5A2. The winner of that game will be in the playoffs. I think they'll finish, one of those two teams will finish 4th. The winner of the game is in the playoffs. Loser likely out. Lawton is on the road at Altus. McAllister is at Durant. Good little 5A3 matchup. As Durant mentioned earlier, lost their 3-game winning streak. Tulsa Hill at Collinsville. Classen at Duncan. Duncan's going to be in the playoffs, probably going to finish at number 4 spot. And Pryor visits Tulsa Memorial. That is the Week 9 football schedule in Class 5A. Said many times, 5A is going to be fun. It's already been a fun season, but it's only going to get better in the last 2 weeks of the regular season and then in the playoffs as well. What a fun class it has been this year in 5A football. Don't forget, I think you already know, but the High School Huddle live every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Ronnie and Phil will join me. We'll talk about a bunch of these games last week and this week, and we'll see you at the High School Huddle's top 5 rankings for the Class 5A as well. So join us. We're also on all the social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're joining the young crowd over on the TikTok. So with that, we'll talk to you Wednesday night, 6 o'clock on the High School Huddle. So long.